This was too dumb of him. Yo folks, what's up? Your man Al is here with the highly anticipated Solo Leveling Episode 1 review, so let's go. At first we see that in a flashback 3 years ago, a Navy officer questions his captain about their non-participation in a current fight. The captain explains that it's best to leave the task to the hunters. The scene shifts to low-rank hunters engaged in battle against a swarm of large ants. Overwhelmed, the S-rank hunters arrive to provide support. Meanwhile, Guildmaster Choi and his men confront a different army of ants. This setting provides insights into the universe's origins. 10 years ago, gates appeared linking the human world with an alternate dimension. Beyond these gates are creatures known as magic beasts, immune to standard human weapons. Humans with awakened abilities, referred to as hunters, are tasked with combating them. These hunters are ranked from S to E based on their magic power, and once their powers are awakened, they cannot achieve greater strength. The flashback felt unnecessary, and I would have liked it more if they did the world building normally rather than in a flashback, but maybe it will be very important later on. We see that 3 years later, Park and Kim catch up on life, with Park revealing his continued participation in raids to support his family. Song Jin-woo, the protagonist, arrives, and Kim informs Park that Song is considered one of the weakest hunters. Song recounts his experience in an E-rank dungeon, emphasizing the lack of a healer during the raid. Joohee criticizes the S-rank hunter's decision, but Song is accustomed to being treated poorly due to his perceived weakness. They attend a raid meeting led by Song Chi-yul, and after greetings, they travel through a gate. In another location, Chairman Go discusses dungeon breaks and the administrator's concerns with a colleague. Go believes hunters should continue collecting valuable items in dungeons, showcasing an essence stone collected from magic beasts. The perspective shifts back to Song, who struggles against magic beasts in the dungeon. Park comes to his aid, planning to confront other magic beasts in the dungeon and entrusting Joohee with Song's care. I will be honest, none of the character designs in here impress me in the slightest, all of them look far too generic. Then we see Go and his comrade continue discussing essence stones, emphasizing their potential to be transformed into powerful weapons and gear. They mention mana crystals, similar but less potent than essence stones, and reveal the government's plans to use these items for more efficient purposes. The government aims to generate electricity using essence stones and mana crystals as an ideal clean energy source for the world. Meanwhile, Song and the other hunters successfully defeat the dungeon's boss, celebrating their victory. Song, observing from the sidelines, receives concern from Joohee about his injuries sustained during the expedition. Song apologizes and expresses a desire for more significant achievements than an E-rank essence stone. The hunters discover a cave, speculating on the possibility of it leading to another dungeon. The government's cause seems to be fairly noble, which is very rare to see in any anime. Also, Song acting as if normal jobs don't exist didn't make sense to me. I mean, the gates opened not too long ago. Moving on, we see Song proposes waiting for guidance from the Hunters Association before venturing into the second dungeon, but Park argues it should be safe as it's connected to a D-rank dungeon. Song calls for a vote, with 6 hunters in favor and the remaining half opposed. Song, considering his family's situation, decides to proceed, opting for the group to move forward. Song seems to be the dense type of character who thinks earning some quick cash by risking his life will solve his problems, but in reality his family is bound to suffer more if he ends up dying. In another location, an agent and Choi discuss issues concerning a B-rank hunter and 2 C-rank hunters. Choi expresses satisfaction with the information and instructs the agent to extend an offer if the hunters prove valuable. However, he doubts their capabilities compared to Cha Hae-in, an S-rank hunter. The scene shifts to Song and the group en route to confront the second dungeon's boss, after Cha Hae-in thwarts 2 thieves in another scene. This scene transition was so poorly timed that I had to double check that I was watching the same thing. Although I really like the character design of the S-rank hunter. Next we see Joohee expresses frustration with Song's decision. The hunters reach the dungeon boss's chambers, and the scene shifts to go virtually welcoming newly awakened hunters. He discusses the history of their world, from the gates to the dungeons behind them, acknowledging that some will choose the path of a hunter while others won't. Go advises the aspiring hunters to act cautiously and approach each raid with fear. Song, and the group enter the dungeon, noting its distinct appearance from the previous one. Someone informs Song about an ancient scripture, and he reads it line by line. It's pretty clear that Joohee has a crush on Song. Also, if you guys are familiar with stories like this, then you should know these types of raids never end well. At the end, we see Joohee remains cautious about one of the dungeon statues. After Song finishes reading the scripture, the entrance door closes. A hunter attempts to leave but is killed minutes later by one of the dungeon statues. Concerns arise about the statues, particularly the one that caught Joohee's attention, causing worry among the group. Song reflects on his past dungeon raiding experiences with fellow hunters, noting that despite others having better outcomes, he developed a keen eye for recognizing opportunities and potential dangers. The statue shoots a laser from its eye, annihilating a few hunters. Song questions whether he and his allies will escape the place with their lives intact. I'm pretty sure many characters will die here, but I'm wondering whether Joohee will die too and impact Song's personality? Also, the animation looked very good. Overall, I was expecting far more from this because some of my friends hyped it too much, but the first episode turned out to be a typical power fantasy. Anyways, thanks for watching everyone. If you like my video, then check out some of my other videos. Also, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel or leave a comment if you want to say something. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram or check out my Facebook page. Links are given in the description. Until then, see ya.